Who doesn't love ice? Okay, maybe not like that, but like this, it's pure gold. But the problem with ice is the waiting, and the spilling, and the trays you need, and the waiting for it to freeze. But good news, there's an app for that. Appliance, that is. An automatic, portable ice maker. I'm Erin from Tech Gadgets Canada and Tech Gadgets International, and I recently ordered one of these portable ice makers from Amazon to see what it does, how fast it makes ice, what the cubes are like, and how the device stores its ice. Also, I can share if I can recommend this ice machine for you in my full review here. Let's get to it. Measuring about 12 by 9 by 12 inches, the AG Lucky countertop ice maker isn't much bigger than your typical drip coffee machine. Its small footprint won't take up too much space on your countertop, but it's also portable, weighing a nominal 16 pounds or so, and it comes in a variety of fun colors. When it comes to the setup, there's not really much involved at all. Unpack the device and plug it in. The company warns you to ensure you leave it upright indoors for 2 hours before turning it on so the coolant inside has time to settle after shipping. When the clock runs out, just fill the bottom of the ice machine with water to the fill line, then turn it on and choose your ice size. I was pleasantly surprised when, not even 10 minutes later, I started hearing ice dropping into the storage basket. This countertop ice maker is compact enough to fit on almost any countertop, but not so small that it can't make up to 26 pounds of ice each day. That's a lot. The production rate is also quite impressive at 9 pieces every 6 to 8 minutes. If you're wondering if there's a compelling reason why I haven't mentioned the words ice cube yet, that's because this countertop ice maker doesn't really make cubes. Instead, it produces bullet-shaped or cup-shaped ice. This shape allows maximum contact on the 9 metal cooling rods, speeding up the freezing process so you get faster ice. While the bullet shape will keep your drink cold, it's not the ideal shape for certain drinks. For example, if you're using it to keep your bourbon or whiskey cold, you might notice it dilutes the drink more quickly. This is because that bullet-shaped ice melts faster than the preferred ice spheres or giant cubes. On the other hand, for fruit juices or water that people tend to drink faster, the bullet-shaped ice is perfect because folks usually finish their drinks by the time the ice melts too much. The ice does seem a bit on the soft side and maybe will melt a bit faster than your standard ice cube tray blocks, but the objective here is fast ice, and you can certainly take it from the ice maker's storage bin over here and pop it into your freezer or deep freeze for firmer ice, or to fill up a cooler or a wine chiller. One last note on the ice production. There's not actually a lot of difference in size from the large cubes to the small cubes. You can imagine that it's not that easy to have 2 different size freezing trays in the back of this machine. I mainly opted to use the larger cubes just so they would melt a bit slower, but there's not a lot of difference, like I said. There's only a couple of buttons on the machine. There's power, which doubles as a self-cleaning button, and the size selection buttons, which let you choose between smaller or bigger ice bullets. This ice maker has a built-in infrared sensor that lets you know when the ice basket is full, so there's no need to worry about overloading the system. Similarly, it will also tell you when it's running low on water. If you keep the reservoir full, you can have a basket full of ice 24/7. The ice storage basket holds about 4 cups of ice cubes. The lid on the top does keep the air out so the cubes stay fresh and relatively chilled. Worth pointing out, however, is this is not a freezer. After a time, the ice cubes do start to melt, but fortunately as they do, they drip back into the water tray and eventually become ice once again. I'd love to see some additional freezing capabilities in a device like this, though, to help keep the ice firm and cold. But since it replaces ice quickly with new ice, I guess it's maybe not a major concern. Overall, this is a pretty handy gadget if you live in a hot climate or you use a lot of ice. It makes ice quickly and it's really easy to set up and use. There's really nothing you have to do aside from filling the water. The machine is a reasonable size given everything that's going on inside, and I was able to find an out-of-the-way spot for mine in my laundry room. There's really no work from you involved in making the ice, like I said, aside from scooping out the basket when you need it and making sure that water reservoir is full. So what are the downsides? Well, the ice can be a little on the softer side and the cubes are a bit smaller and they're cup-shaped, which means they will melt faster than something like larger ice blocks. But if ice volume and not cocktail bar quality is your goal, this is a great ice maker to have on hand. It sells for about $109 or $269 Canadian, and you can get yours, as I got mine, from Amazon. What other appliances are a must-have for today's kitchen? Check out the pricey kitchen robot I got to try out, or see what happened when this very expensive espresso machine refused to make me even one cup of coffee. Check that video out right now.